Starting a YouTube channel can be a little bit overwhelming. And if you watch some videos, you might get wrapped around the axle and really overwhelmed with the amount of gear that you could potentially go out and buy to start a YouTube channel. Some people, if you watch content creators, have very expensive setups, while others are more entry level. And so you're probably asking yourself, well, where do I start? What do I need? That question seems to be very popular on YouTube. First, how to start a YouTube channel, and then two, what do I need to start a YouTube channel? Well, today we are going to tackle some of those topics with some very entry-level ways to start making YouTube videos and very low-cost ways to do that. So sit back, relax, get out a notepad, maybe a pencil, and let's get ready to talk about it. Okay, so the first setup that I'd like to talk about is what I'm using right now. You might be thinking to yourself, this isn't what I'm used to seeing on YouTube. Most videos are extremely polished and look very high-end. And you would be correct. But today, we are taking a more inexpensive approach to making a YouTube video. So what do I have going on here? Well, for my camera, I've got an entry-level 1080p webcam that I bought at a store that sells either used, secondhand, or returned Amazon products. And I got this for $5. Now, the microphone I'm using is an inexpensive way to level up your audio for your YouTube videos. It's a very common, very popular microphone made by Blue. It's the Blue Snowball. Now, you might, think, I can start with this. This is, your typical headphones with the microphone. And yes, you can start there. That's a very inexpensive entry-level way to start. But if you want to level up that audio, because audio is so important to your videos, then you need a USB microphone or maybe even a TRRS microphone. And a TRRS is just like this, one that's got the three little rings on it. And what I mean by that is, if you look, there are some microphones that, well, let's go this route. This particular headphone or headset has a microphone built in. All right, and so the connector at the end has that TRRS, the three rings, right? And so that is something that you could use. A lot of gamers probably use something like that. And if you wanted to start a YouTube channel, that's a perfectly acceptable way to start. And that comes in, that headset's about $30. This microphone is under $50. And I'll put the exact price that is selling for on Amazon just here below. So yes, this isn't the greatest video quality. It does shoot at 1080p, 30 frames a second, but it's not great. But when you're just getting started, it's not about making cinema quality videos. It's about the content, and it's about practicing your craft and getting used to sitting in front of a camera. Now, some other things that I'm using to help enhance this image, I've got a box light, I've got a ring light, I've got natural light coming in from the window, and those are all things that for a camera with this small sensor, those are all things that it needs in order to perform at its very best. So if you're going to choose to use a webcam to start making YouTube videos with, which a lot of creators have, just make sure you have a lot of light, because the less light you use, the grainier and noisier that image is going to be. So let's move on to our next setup. So this is our second setup, and let's see what we've got here. We've got the camera is an iPhone 13 mini, similar to what most people have in their pocket right now, is just a cell phone. And then we've got this connected to a Fifine K669B USB microphone. And this particular microphone comes in at about $35, $39 on Amazon. And again, the Snowball that we were using earlier is $39. And the webcam was about that $25 mark. So all these things are a very low entry point, affordable ways to start creating videos on YouTube. Now, I would say this, that you can make, as we've proven, you can make a video using a webcam. You can make a video using these headphones. That's not really the point. That's not even the question. The question isn't whether or not you can do it. The real question is whether someone will watch it. So I would submit to you this. Before you start thinking and worrying about what gear you're using, I would say focus more on your content. What question are you answering? Why would people want to watch what you're posting? So for this particular episode, I see that there are a lot of people on YouTube looking for ways to start creating videos. There are two questions, as we've talked about, are one, how do I make videos? How do I start? And two, what do I need to start making videos? What do I need to do that with? So I think today what we've discovered is that you can start with some very rudimentary gear and just get started. Just press record, practice. The particular program that I'm using today is Filmora, and it's a very, I would say, inexpensive compared to buying some of the other, like Final Cut Pro and Premiere Rush and all that stuff. So Premiere Pro, it's Premiere Pro, Final Cut Pro. There's some other editing tools out there, DaVinci, Resolve. So there are software packages that are expensive. Now, on my iPhone, I am using an app called Filmic Pro. Wow, get old and things just disappear in a second. So it's called Filmic Pro, and there is a free version. I went ahead and bought the paid version just because there's some extra controls that I wanted, and there's a couple of the filter packs that I wanted to buy, and so you had to have the upgraded version in order to use those. So again, very entry-level ways to get started. Cell phone, webcam, USB mic. So just press record, get out there, start making videos, and we will see you in the next one.